Okay, guilty pleasure, admission alert. Was watching the show Love Island last night. Does anybody else watch that? Holy shnikes. It's on Hulu. Well, I don't know the original channel, but I watch it on Hulu. It is a feast for the eyes. I mean, it's just beautiful people. And for me, I mean, it's so much fun because of my psychology background and my interest in human behavior and just watching these people interact and they put them in interesting situations and whatnot. Similar to like a Bachelor, those types of shows, which I used to watch, but now Bachelor I've kind of gotten over. This one's got my attention. It reminded me of my own relationship. It reminded me of the love languages. If you haven't read the 5 love languages, I highly recommend it. Um, you know, it, if you have a relationship with somebody, you don't have the same brain. You didn't come from the exact same parents. Even if you did, you're going to think differently. You're going to have different experiences. And at the end of the day, what we tend to forget as human beings is how different we are, but yet if you married somebody or you're in a relationship with them, clearly there's enough there to where you have similarities, you have stuff in common. You're not always going to see things the same. So my wife and I have these agreements, and we also are aware of our 5 love languages, and we try to incorporate those proactively in our relationship. And I just want to kind of share with you how we do that. So basically, in terms of the agreements, we have our 2 lovely children. We have our marriage. We have date nights. We have all these different factors. Her parents, my family, her twin sister, going into our relationship. And if we don't stop to say, hey, this is how you view things, this is how I view things, let's see how we can come together in the middle and make it work, long lasting, versus I see things this way, you see things this way, I'm gonna put my walls up, you're gonna put your walls up, and we're just gonna clash, and it's my ego versus your ego. And nobody ever wins that way. So we have these kind of agreements of things that we actually have been getting away from because we were doing pretty well for a while, and we were having a weekly review. I actually pulled it up today, and I'm going to make sure we start doing it again because we've gotten a little bit slack on a few of them. In general, we do pretty well, but just reminders of this is what's important to us. These are the things that we want to come together on and make sure that we're working as a team, as a unit. And I gamify this by having a little point system that I want to start tracking with her. I kind of mentioned to her, she gets a little strange when I bring these things up, but it's going to work. It's going to happen. I'll report on. But basically, it's like, okay, let's give each other a point when one or the other does something where we're promoting on the same team and working as a unit versus taking a point away when it's me versus you, my ego versus your ego. I want this. I don't care what you want. Blah, 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 right? So that's kind of a fun way to gamify it. I'm going to start keeping score and track, keep you guys posted. And then the other thing is the 5 love languages. It's so important to know how you not only express love, but you feel love. So the 5 are words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. So for my wife, it is more the physical touch and the quality time. For me, it's more the acts of, and she's also acts of service. Well, and she's gift. She's really all 5, but she's not needy, really. No, it is what it is, and I love it. But just knowing what those within those realms, the things that are important to her, like me proactively scheduling date nights and these types of things, is super important. For me, it's words of affirmation and acts of service. So hope this was able to help you figure out where you stand with your current spouse, with and what it is that you need. Let them know it. Start getting this point system going. Get on your agreements and start building that momentum. See you next time.